Greetings, students, and welcome to this brief recording on how you're going to conduct your lab activities this week. I have gone straight to the landing page for the lab. Separate instructions on how to access the Blackboard on UDC have been posted in the course orientation video. So if you go through that video, you should be comfortable getting to this particular page. So this page is going to be broken down into your orientation information, and the lab component is right down here. And once we start posting lectures, you will see the lectures posted down here. So let's get started. Sorry for the pause. Now, each lab is going to be organized in a weekly folder. When you log in, the weekly folder may be collapsed this way. So I strongly encourage you to click the drop down on the side or to just click each folder to make sure that it opens up so you can see each and every content area that you're going to be responsible for. Sometimes, students don't pay close attention and it doesn't look like there's anything in the folder. So please make sure you click the down arrow to expose everything that you're required to do in a lab folder. By the time my recording is finished, you will see it posted here in the form of a video file. So right now it's not there because I'm still recording it. You're going to have a 4-part lab activity. Part 1, or part A, is going to be your elevator pitch. So what you're going to do is you're going to watch a PowerPoint presentation or view it, which will give you some direction on how to create your elevator pitch. You also have information down here that's useful to you in terms of thinking about how to create an elevator pitch. So for example, this worksheet here, I'm just going to download the file, shows you basically how you can complete the worksheet. Where did you go to school? What is your experience? What to do? So the worksheet kind of gives you a guide on how you can proceed in creating your elevator pitch. You also have a list of values here that can help you. Again, the list of values just says things you want to add in describing yourself. Are you compassionate? Are you committed? Are you effective? So we've given you some resources down here to just be able to create a good elevator pitch, okay? So make sure you click through all these documents just to give you some tips before you actually begin doing your elevator pitch. Even if you've done this before, it doesn't hurt to do a refresh on what might be newer best practices on doing an elevator pitch. The grading rubric for the elevator pitch is here. And as you can see, we're going to grade, open the wrong file here. Let me go back. Elevator pitch. And it tells you how we're going to assess your assignment, your nonverbal communication, some cues where you clearly articulate, and you also have 3 points for timely submission. So how are you going to record your elevator pitch? Well, you're not going to use your phone. You're not going to use any other external device. You're actually going to record your elevator pitch here on Blackboard. It's a very neat and cool feature that they have, and it's an add-on called Kaltura. What UDC has done is they've created an actual link to a YouTube video on how you can do the recording, and it's a step-by-step process. So just follow the recording and you will not have any difficulty saving your file. We were able to do it, and so we feel that the directions are clear enough for you to be able to follow. I will just click it briefly here as a means of sharing with you.
I would not be the person that I am today had it not been for the partnership with UMGC.
Okay. You just have to bear with the commercials here.
Kaltura allows us to use it.
Okay, but the gentleman here does a pretty good job of explaining how to record. Okay, So you can see the text box he presents here is a text box that is down here, and you simply click here and that activates the same text box he has here. And then you will use the plus icon here to access Kaltura and generate your recording. Okay. So that's going to be part A of lab. Part B of lab is going to require you to review Dr. Moon's and Dr. Carter's biographies. Dr. Moon and Dr. Carter are going to be your lecturers for Thursday's lecture, and your task is to review their biographies, review their LinkedIn profiles, just to get to know who they are. Again, in completing this exercise, you will have an opportunity to ask questions, to respond to questions that will check whether you actually went through their biographies. Take this part very seriously because we try to bring some real subject matter experts in the industry. And so it's good for you to get to know these people and begin to network with them and follow them as they continue to be trailblazers in our field of public health informatics and technology. So that's part B. Part C is more housekeeping and some additional professional development tasks. Part 1 is complete a short biography of yourself. Here's some guidance I found from Indeed on this website that you can just click on, see what they have available, and craft your biography based on the advice they provide to you. Also, obtain a professional headshot. If you already have one, no need to take another one. Just send us what you have. Kirby Partners had some great tips on how to take your own professional headshot using your phone. This is particularly important for our younger learners so that you know the value of having a good professional headshot, not the ones we take, the bathroom and the bedroom and such, whiteboard, etc. All of that and good backgrounds are explained very well on this link here. The last task for your lab in Part C is to sign a photo release form. We are funded by a grant program and we have some marketing requirements to meet. And so we are kindly requesting that you sign the photo release form. Then Part D of the lab is also part of your preparation for lecture on Thursday. So Dr. Lisa Moon had a LinkedIn post that we want you to review and be prepared to comment on it and answer questions in the lab learning check at the end of the folder. We also want you to read and understand this concept called interoperability, which will be a good part of the conversation on Thursday. So in preparation for that, please review these areas. The interoperability link is here, and it links to a document that we want you to review. The second link is the LinkedIn post by Dr. Moon. I found it absolutely fascinating, and every time I explain the concept of interoperability to younger scholars, I use this as a use case and an example. So review the post, see who posted, and Lisa has a very robust LinkedIn network, so you can see who came and responded to her article. It was very, very good. So once you complete lab A to lab D, you will do your learning check. Your learning check will be due on the 26th. And I will also adjust the due date for the elevator pitch to the 26th at midday. So when you log in, this due date will have changed. Again, I'm just giving more time for our scholars to be able to respond appropriately to the material. Hold on, let me make sure I have the right date. Sorry, not the 26th. It will be on the 19th at midday. So that's a correction, on the 19th at midday, because we want you to be prepared to have this information by the time you're learning in lab. So correction, change to the 19th, and I will be able to adjust that once I get out of student preview. So here's your lab learning check. Again, the term learning check is just a term we're using for to represent quizzes, right? So just think of them as quizzes that you're taking to prove to us that you've taken the lab, okay? Now we have, each lab learning check has 3 attempts, so you have plenty of time to come back and make adjustments to your responses. So if I click here and I click view assessment, the assessment starts and you simply go through the questions. Okay, so I'm going to exit out of this and so you'll have plenty of opportunity to review. So that's what is going to be due. Again, I will change the due dates. The due dates are going to be January 19th at midday so that you are well prepared for the lecture time at 4:45 on Thursday. Thank you very much for your attention. Looking forward to meeting you all in class today.